Okay, you guys, recession, everyone talks about recession, but what is it really? I have an article from dailycoin.com, Recession for Dummies, what it means and how it affects the crypto market. This is the big question that interests us, investors. So let's check it out. Though there is only a slim chance that you haven't heard the term recession before now, plastered all over the news as it is currently, it is possible you aren't entirely familiar with its premise. That being the case, let's get into what exactly the financial term is, which is largely presented to be extremely undesirable in economics. So let's understand the place of recession in economics. So first of all, it can be really devastating to nations and to its citizens, and it refers to a significant economic downturn that permeates throughout vital areas of the economy, typically lasting for several quarters of a year or more depending on the situation of the affected nation. But to be more precise, a nation often faces recession when its gross domestic product or GDP shows consistent decline over at least 2 fiscal quarters. So there are many indicators including inflation, declining levels of income and of revenue, rising level of unemployment, reduced industrial production, and dampened wholesale retail sales, among other aspects. So in a nutshell, everyone is feeling the hardship, and all of this will mean that there will be an increase in unemployment rates. So what are the causes of recession? So obviously, first of all, excessive debt, especially by countries, asset bubbles like a house market bubble, etc., hyperinflation, over deflation, technological advancements, and economic shock. And we actually had the economic shock with the COVID-19. So how to predict a recession before it happens? I mean, this is not really relevant because we are already in recession. How does it affect the crypto market? So the crypto economy before topped 3 trillion in market capitalization. Right now it sits below 1 trillion. So tons of gains were just wiped out. And the crypto market, just like a traditional market, is not exempt from the woes of economic crisis of recession. So a few years back, when the crypto market was still very small, it was not as affected by the economy as it should be because we were in our own little bubble. So the Bitcoin price and the crypto price was really dependent on the halvings. Now, if we have any economical problems, it will affect the crypto market from now on because it is much bigger. So with an economic crisis of this magnitude, there's a high tendency among investors to attempt to offset their high-risk investments. And crypto is obviously viewed as a high-risk investment, especially for just regular banks and regular institutions. That's why they might unload all of these cryptos that they own, and this will be pushing the price lower. Now, how to stay afloat during a recession? So what you have to do is be walking on eggshells. For organizations, some of the best practices to stay afloat during a recession is to re-evaluate the company's goals and set strict priorities. Spending and running costs are often assessed and reduced, while new investments are put on the back burner. Individual investors like you and I, on the other hand, can consider investing in companies with minimal debt, good cash flow, and robust balance sheets. Nevertheless, it is equally important for them to avoid companies that are heavily leveraged, cynical, or speculative. Now, I would say that it is also very important to actually have some cash put aside, just in case you lose your job, just in case your business doesn't work as it normally works. So I would say at least have a year to 18 months of expenses paid in the bank, so you're not worried about just paying your bills. And definitely don't invest all the money that you have freely available right now into crypto or any other market, because it looks like the crypto market is recovering, but it can still go lower, and no one really knows when it will all end. So these are my 2 cents. Before you go, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.